So this is important. George Takei, an actor, author, all of the above. So he had said this: every Trump sentence has words, sometimes 3 words or 2, and they are great sentences, terrific sentences that I can tell you, believe me, they're great, with the best words, terrific repeated words. Part of that I can't see, not something words. Every Trump sentence has words. So this is kind of key to Trump. People just think he's just saying stuff to blabber it out. No, it's only understood by certain people. It really is. I think there's this idea that CNN, well, they go after him because they hate him, okay? But they truly don't understand the things he says. They really don't. Just like, there's some overeducated that understand what he's doing or understand what he's saying, and there's others that don't. Their brain can't comprehend it. Let me show you. So I'm going to show a couple of these. This is from CNN, okay? It shows how I don't think they really don't understand him. They never have. Okay, so this is different clips in the bold of things Trump says, and then this is CNN, and they're the worst when it comes to being, clueless. But then the virus came in, and the world is a different place, but we're now getting back, and one of the reasons the market's doing so, it's almost at the point that it was at prior to the plague, almost. So sometimes it seems like he'll stop in sentences, like you think he's going to say, and he doesn't, or there's a reason a lot of people study Trump's words. I mean, just everyday people, because that's who's picked up on it. You'll see as I go along here. So the CNN reviewer here, our view of the length and severity of the economic downturn has deteriorated considerably from the assumptions used last quarter. Well, that was a Wells Fargo CEO. So none of these people are going to understand what Trump is doing, but it's his words the most that words used the right way. Well, it can change everything. So here's some more. Now, the testing is a good thing, but at the same time, it's fodder for the fake news to report cases. Now, see what CNN says? So it's fake news to report the number of cases in the U.S.? Oh, how? So what Trump is saying here, okay, is that they're using testing to say that there's cases because we've tested this many people. That doesn't mean all of those people came back positive. CNN can't. You may think that no, they don't. They really, the more you look, this is just a perfect example, this whole article they did, because it shows that they don't have the mind to understand him. And it's not because he's stupid. First of all, when people are speaking honestly, the people that want to live in lies and the people that, and those are the people that just get offended by the most foolish things, over tweets he said, and can't see the bigger picture. Well, those people are just superficial. CNN superficial. They talk about cases, and the cases are created because of the fact that we do tremendous testing. Do you understand what he's saying? Not all the cases doesn't mean every case is positive. They're doing tremendous testing. But CNN plays with that. And then they say, I feel like this goes without saying. Testing does not create cases of COVID-19. It identifies them. But no, it identifies which ones are positive. But they throw up there, they had to test so many people. And it's an illusion. Again, it's an illusion game. But yet, I don't think they understand. I understand perfectly well what Trump is saying, is that they talk about cases, and the cases are created because of the fact that we do tremendous testing. So if they do testing on, say, 10 million people, then that's going to make news. Oh, no, they did. That doesn't mean that 10 million people tested positive. It's that shift. It's that play on words. This most definitely says a lot. Human trafficking, one of the worst things ever, all at a level that it's never been at because of the internet. You wouldn't think you'd think of it as an ancient statement. Do you understand what he's saying? You wouldn't think you'd think of it as an ancient statement because it's been going on since Jesus walked the earth before then. What does CNN say? I literally have no idea what he is talking about here. I don't think they do know. They don't. Because he didn't talk about it a lot. Ivanka was heading it up, but yeah, the most money of his administration was put towards helping those that are saved from trafficking and ending human trafficking. Yet it was not talked. You would think with our investigative reporters in this country that they would have some of them did, but they're not mainstream media. Like Glenn Beck, you never heard talking about. This was his number one thing. That was his number one thing going on. Even though he talked about the border, the reason he wanted the wall for the border, and the reason I've said it before that those slats that are the border wall, those slats that are all along, they go in certain places. They go deep down because then it stops them from trying to traffic underground as well. So it all ties together. But I know personally, as I've said, because I took care of these women, they were coming in regularly in the ER I was at. So they slowly came in, and then it started to get more of them because they naturally would have suicidal tendencies because they have traumas. And yet, it's not putting, this isn't like a let's throw them on psych meds issue. This is more, there's a ton of traumas there, and yet the hospitals didn't want to address it. They still don't. They're still not, their main focus is still systemic racism or LGBTQ, but not the people that need the most help. But I think that Trump anticipated that, knowing that they were all on that globalist path. Here's some more about trafficking. But you can't make a left anymore and come into the United States loaded up with human traffic. Quote, can't seem to get over to the left, end quote. Clark Griswold, yeah, Chevy Chase movie. They don't get it. Yeah. So really, the people that understand the reason that so many people in America do like Trump is because they weren't influenced enough by the media to hate him. Because they saw what he was doing. And then the more you looked into it and the more he said, the more you would look into things and realize, no, he's saying things so you will look into them. Because he came out of the starting gates. He knew exactly what he had to keep telling the people. Fake news. Fake news. This says it all. I'm very worried about mail-in voting because I think it's subject to tremendous fraud and being rigged. What is CNN's response? It's not. Yes, it is. It's been shown in history. But this is what's CNN will never see who Trump is. They may think they know. The left, the higher educated, they very much have put Trump in this box of being an egomaniac. And I know some people, that video that's so funny, it's such an oldie but a goodie, and it was a Jimmy Kimmel trying to rip on Trump, where it's showing Obama doing this speech where he sounds so presidential. Yeah, but he should have never been president because he lied. He wasn't born here. He registered as a foreign exchange student. But anyway, and then it shows Trump talking about he died like a dog. The reason that resonates with people is because it's honest and it's straightforward. But the left and that higher educated group, they don't care about lie. They don't care about honesty as long as it looks pretty. Everything is surface to them, which is why you see so many of them have no moral compass, because they're just surface. That's why they don't care. It's true. It's true. They act like they're all hoity-toity. And, I know better. I have more letters after my name. I'm more educated. Clearly, I would never vote for Trump. Yeah, because you would rather have the surface bullshit of somebody who wasn't born in this country and who lied to the American people than have straightforward honesty. So it doesn't show that you're really a good person. It just shows that you're pretty much a puppet or a fake person who doesn't even know themselves. So some people recognize, this, from this article, why Donald Trump's words work and what to do about it. See, people have been trying to work, they can't. He's always been a master at this. I think it's probably one of his master plays, and probably nobody does it better, believe it or not.